Hey, what's up, kids? It's your dad, Thunderstrike, and today we are going to recap the first NDL matchup for Schlitzes. This was Schlitzes versus Badi clan. This was on the weekend, so yes, I am 2 days late because I was recording the recap yesterday, but I had my microphone deselected, so I pretty much just showed the raids and talked for myself. But it was early in the morning anyway, so I think the commentary was shitty anyways. So that's why I'm redoing it instead of just slapping music on it, because yeah, that would be boring, I think. And since it's one of my last recaps, or last videos actually, before I go to vacation, I wanna get a decent recap out. So here I am with Schlitzes versus Badi clan. Now I don't know. I don't remember anymore what I exactly did on the video thing, but yeah, I can't redo it because the replays are gone. So whatever you see on the background is me yesterday doing shit I don't know about anymore. So I think I just showed that Schlitzes and Badi clan both had 2 11v11 triples, each of them. Like we had 2 and Badi clan had 2. 10v10 count was 5-2, so 5 for Schlitzes and 2 for Badi clan. And yeah, tunnel lines were cleared on both sides. Both tunnel lines, both sides cleared to tunnel lines pretty easily. We had like a 73% hit rate, and Badi clan had a 59% hit rate, if I remember correctly. And yeah, very, very pleased with the results, and GG to Badi clan. Proud of my boys in Schlitzes. Yeah, just coming together, planning a lot, most of the time, I think. But yeah, first week of the NDL, 1-0 for our standings. And yeah, next week we have Kronos, but as you might know, or you should know, that I'm not going to be there because I'm on vacation. I think I've said that before, enough before. So yeah, let's jump straight into the replays. What's actually perfect timing? Shit, dude. I think so. Never mind. I'll just fast forward to the part where I actually show the raid. There we go. Here we are with Jax with his standard army, the Stone Hobo. And I've said it before that I actually do not enjoy Stone Hobo or showing Stone Hobo that much, because you see Stone Hobo everywhere and every war. But I just like the way Jax does Stone Hobo because it's so clean, and I think that actually is the way to do Stone Hobo. So he first deploys 2 golems and wizards, of course, to funnel. Just as always, very deep and clean funnel, as you can see. Hand comes out, but it's yeah, it's targeting the queen. No, actually not the queen, but the queen is on it. And he's sending in the full life 3rd golem pretty late, so he has a full health golem going into the base, which I think is good for the kill squad. Just has a lot of tanking for the kill squad, but also if the golem ends up like I don't know, banging a wall or something, he can still tank a lot of time, like tank for quite some time for the hogs. So that's pretty good. It's already starting with some hogs. Bowlers and queen are still working. King died, but he took out the queen pretty easily, so he did what he had to do. And where he entered actually was a pretty high DPS area, so he actually already took out like a lot of the major defenses, like both expos, and kind of what is remaining is like a few point defense, few air defenses, which the queen just took out, and yeah, Tesla and a mortar. But he still has 4 hawks in the back, and he's not going to use them. Not going to use them for cleanup. It's just not going to drop them at all. Kind of disappointing, because you know, you should be swagging them, especially in a friendly war where you get them back. Anyways, so yeah, good job to Jax. He got a 6-pack, and Next up is Amadeo. Amadeo is King Leo from, I don't know where it's from. He's King Leo. I just know that it's this is not his main account. So yeah, this is King Leo from anywhere, and he's coming in with the infamous TDH, the attack from the War Whales clan. Hello. And yeah, he's coming in with the Queen Walk. He's going to charge into the base. He's got the standard army composition, which is the 4 rages and the more wall breakers. Variations of that, of course, is either earthquakes or a jump, but he's just using the classic army composition. So he's gonna double layer wall break with just 7 wall breakers. So very efficient amount, and yeah, just efficient use of the wall breakers. And the queen right here is going to be taking out pretty much half of the base, like two wizard towers, 2 archer, no, not archer towers, 2 air defenses, 1 of the sweepers, maybe 2 if she ends up breaking the wall. I don't quite remember, yeah. But she's also going to be taking out the queen, so it's a pretty easy Lalo, or what's that called? Lalunian, yeah, that's what it is. The 20 minions, of course, in the army camp, and there you go. The queen is gonna engage the queen in a second. Yeah, there she goes. Probably gonna use the ability. Not even. Doesn't need it. So still has a rage in the back for the Lalo, and is gonna use it, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna use it. And yeah, just targeting the last wizard tower that was up with the loons, so the minions can clean up quickly. And yeah, backhand Tesla farm, which is kind of annoying, but he still takes it out. Yeah, with the remaining loons, and even if the loons died right here, I think he had enough minions and still the queen up, and I don't think he really had time issues. So even though it looked close that the last loon, that was the last loon taking out the last defense, look at the horde of minions that was still alive, and there was no splash defense or any air bombs left up, so I think the minions would have taken out the last Tesla by themselves. So yeah, great job to King Leo. He also 6-packed. And next up is Zed with the queen, what's that called? The queen walk or queen charge. No, it's just a walk. Doesn't have wall breakers. Queen walk, hog attack. 1 rage for the queen, and 3 heals for the hogs. It's gonna take out the CC with a poison only, but I think he's gonna use the ability. He's gonna have to, I think. Oh no, he doesn't have to, but he still does, so I guess that's just a little bit of bamboozle here. And yeah, it's coming in. It's gonna take out the enemy queen at least. I think the calculated path for her would be taking out both heroes and walking left, but I'm not sure, because the right side path also looks pretty juicy. So, and he deploys a wizard to funnel, I think, or maybe that's just speeding up the raid. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his intentions were, but the raid went pretty smoothly. So yeah, here she doesn't take out the king, which is a bummer. So the king is going to be chasing around a few hogs after killing that wizard up there. And yeah, hogs coming in, CC hogs first, then reinforcing from all different sides. King down to tank 2-point defense, and yeah, another set of hogs. Only using 1 heal spell so far, so still has 2 in the bag. But yeah, just 1 single hog triggering the giant bomb at the air defense they just took out, so doesn't have to use a heal there, and it results in him being able to swag a heal spell. And even here, you see the healers switching to the hog, so I think if they didn't do that, he might have needed the heal spell for this bomb tower, but since the healers were on the hogs, it's no big threat, and to take out the king comfortably, and cleanup is well underway. Still has the queen, still has the king up, so and the swag heal right there. So nicely done by Zed. I also think he's 6-packed. Yes, he did. So yeah, nice job to you. And next up is Brutal Raids. Mr. Grundy is Brutal Raids. It's one of Grundy's account, of course. He gave to Brutus, so he doesn't have to move around any of his accounts, which are in some other clan. I don't know. Is it Pandas? I think it's Pandas of War. Yeah, must be. Or no, I don't know. Fuck. I'm switching around a few things, but yeah. Here he comes. Brutal raids with a pretty old school attack, in my opinion. Just the Suicide Heroes Skelly spell, which is a new aspect, but the old variant of this army would be the Suicide Heroes Zapquake Dragon attack. But here he comes in with Skelly spell, so he saves up one entire spell, so that is one rage spell or one heal spell in his army comp. And he uses these Skelly spells to take out the air defense, and yeah, just overwhelms that air defense. I don't think he needed 3 Skelly spells, but better safe than sorry. So it's coming with the dragons, splitting them up actually. So majority of the dragons at 9 o'clock, and a few dragons down at 6 o'clock. CC coming out is pretty odd CC. 1 dragon, a giant, and a loon. So that's pretty odd at 10 on 9. But I guess he was trying to defend Suicide Hero Lalo or something. And yeah, he's coming in now with the max CC Hound, and it's going to reinforce that on the sides with a few loons. And I think he's hoping here to take out both air defenses because there was no traps or anything. Oh, now there is. Never mind. I'm stupid. And right here he's deploying the rage spell, but the pathing wasn't good enough for the loons to directly take out that air defense. But since the loons are pretty much tanking over there, and the dragons actually end up taking out all the defense, all the buildings, and next up is the air defense, so it's no big threat. And yeah, still has 4 dragons, just a few more point defense to worry about, but the heal spell is keeping up those dragons pretty nicely. And yeah, he winds up this triple, brutally taking out this base. Get me?
You better fucking laugh at that, you fucking gay little fuck.
Brutal raids. Oh, I'm so fucking good, dude. Yeah, and he also 6-packed, so quite a few 6-pack warriors in the war. Next up is the first 10v10. Yeah, first 10v10. I also think that is the first 10v10 of the war, which is done by Rishikesh with his favorite army. This is the Suicide Hero Spam Lalo, I think that's what he calls it. And it's pretty much the Suicide Hero Lalo version with 2 hounds only and 38 loons. And no breaking in or anything by the heroes, because it's just looking for some high value areas around the base, which the queen can snipe. Right here, he's taking out an air defense. No, not an air. What was that? Not even sure. But 2 archer towers, a Tesla, and an expo. I think she also takes out that wizard tower. Pretty sure she does. Yeah, there she goes. And yeah, just 5 major defenses that could defend against Lalo, just taken out just with the heroes. I think he used 2 wizards to funnel, so I guess that's the heroes and 2 wizards for that much value. And now he's coming in, I think that was a 3-finger drop on the loons, hastening them into the first few air defenses. And yeah, he just uses 2 hounds because all the air defenses are bunched up together. And that is a great aspect of this raid, because the regular Suicide Hero Lalo, you have to use more hounds because on regular basis the air defenses aren't bunched up like that. But since the hounds can, only 2 of them can tank for all of the air defenses, he only uses 2 and just stocks up on loons. And I think even though that base might be anti-air, he takes it out with air pretty comfortably. And yeah, just great job to Rishi. And before I forget it, I wanna congratulate all the 6-pack people of the war. It was Jax, 3PL, Brutal, Raids, yeah, that I mentioned before, Zed, of course, Leo, and QWERTY. They all 6-packed. So yeah, great job to you guys. And next up is Karl Marx with the same army. Not exactly the same, but also the Suicide Hero Spam Lalo. I don't know if that's the right terminology for this raid, but I'm just gonna call it like that because Rishi says that he uses this a lot. So that's that. And coming in with the king and the queen. Holy shit, I'm retarded. Yeah, king and the queen. The queen is going to be taking out 3 archer towers, a Tesla, and a wizard tower. So pretty much what Rishi Kesh also got, -1 expo. And here again, not luring the CC at all. So the Hound Loon CC is not going to be a nuisance at all. It's actually going to be taking out a 4th archer tower. So more than half of the archer towers already taken out, which is pretty great. And here he actually also sets a very good funnel for the Lalo, because now the Inferno Tower is directly accessible, both of them actually. But he's only going to directly target one of them, the bottom one that is. And coming in with the Hound, soaking up all the traps, and also luring the Queen out. So here he can pretty comfortably put down the skeleton spells, and there she goes. She's already dead, so that was pretty quick. And yeah, just pretty good heal spell, and no, not heal spell, generally spell deployment, except for this free spell maybe. He could have frozen all of that, but all the loons were under heal anyway, so wouldn't have had a big impact anyway. So. And just a Lalo, pretty good pathing. He deployed the loons perfectly. And still has like 12 loons up, so the Inferno gets overwhelmed. And yeah, good choice by him for bringing more minions, because 2 hounds only means that there's less lava pups cleaning up the base. So more minions is the way. Here he brings 9 minions, so... Yeah, next up is XL RealX. This is me is the best. Not me, but me's the best. Who you might know from WHF. Yeah, and he's now a permanent member of Schlitzes too. So yeah, hello, welcome Mies, welcome back. And he's coming in with a very, very sexy attack. He's coming in with the Queen Charge Hog attack. And a pretty crazy Queen Hog actually. And up top he funneled the top part, like the 12 o'clock part, with a minion and a loon. So now what he's gonna do is put down the king to directly target that Inferno. And yeah, he's gonna use the queen to take out the bottom Inferno, take out the queen, and just a bunch of defenses, and still has done then, yeah, 23 hogs. Maybe he even has CC hogs, I'm not quite sure. But I hear he has a little bit of bamboozle, because he deploys the skeleton spell and the poison spell, both of them, for the queen, which is not intended. He only wanted to take out the put down the poison spell, I think. So yeah, also a little bit of bamboozle. But here comes the king. Funnel is well created, so after this mortar he has nowhere else to go but the Inferno compartment, and he's also going to be taking out two of the Teslas, so great value for the king. And queen's gonna continue her walk. There he broke in the second time for the queen to continue her walk, and also opens up the path to the Inferno. And yeah, she is able to take out the Inferno, and he already comes in with the hogs right there. Let's see what's in the CC. Yeah, they're CC hogs. I didn't quite catch that yesterday when I recorded the video. Wrongly, of course. But yeah, just one heal spell for the hogs, but it's enough because everything else is pretty much distracted by the king, by the queen. And yeah, cleanup with the wizards already underway, so that's great. And just a very nice executed raid, honestly. Just what a plan, what a raid. And he also tried one of the other bases with the similar army, without the king jump and all that. You're gonna see that afterwards, but he didn't quite succeed. But it was his plan, so he deserves at least half the credit. And yeah, just great job, Mies. Coming back with a boomer, which is the final 10v10 triple. 1 of 5 was a third 10v10 triple. And yeah, next up is Clash Jesus Ares, which is actually me, Thunderstrike me. And yeah, backstory behind this, I actually paused the raid yesterday too. So yeah, backstory behind this is actually Groach21, not Clash Jesus Ares, but yeah, he Groach21, which was my account before, still had a name change, so he changed the name, or somebody else did for him. But all in all, me and him, we traded accounts, so I still have a Tunnel 10, but with lower weight. Yeah, because this Tunnel 10 was on a roster before, and he opted out for the war, that means I still had to hit off from this account. So that is me, not Ares, but this is now Ares' account. So every other triple from now on, which is going to be shown on any recaps from Brutus or anywhere, is going to be Ares, but this one is me. So yeah, I deserve the credit. Fuck all of you. I'm sorry. And can I continue this raid, please? Yeah, there we go. And yeah, this is the second, or no, like the first attack Mies did, but it didn't quite go to plan. So I make a few adjustments. For example, bringing this Valk instead of a Loon for the corner Tesla at 9 o'clock, because there was a Black Man too. So yeah, just maximizing the troop space I can bring. And there we go. Pretty OP walk, but he planned that out. There you go. Second layer wall break, and the queen is gonna continue her walk up there. A Tesla pops, so it's actually gonna be quite close here on the CC kill. Poison wasn't deployed perfectly, but still takes out the Loon before it drops a bomb on the queen. So I guess that's good. And the second rage is actually a little bit late, so the queen actually takes quite some damage. But she ends up surviving, which is of course good and needed for the triple. The second part of the attack is the king and a few bowlers coming in, breaking into that compartment, pretty much taking out the entire compartment by himself. The bowlers don't really do anything except for walk into the cannon range and fucking die right here. So they were useless pretty much. And the queen's gonna continue her walk. Third rage on her, the jump on her, and the fourth rage, so the fifth spell is also going to be for her. So all of the spells for this queen charge, but since it's such a valuable queen charge, it is worth it. And she's actually going to tank for all the defenses now. First set of hogs coming in, second set from more or less 2 o'clock. And yeah, just surrounding that last Inferno, which is the most lethal defense for the queen walk. So that is the defense I wanted to take out with the hogs, and there they go. So cutting it quite close. Right there, just 3 hogs surviving, but since the raid wasn't perfect, for example, the king and bowler part, that could have been a lot better, or yeah, the Tesla popping and almost taking out the queen. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect execution, but still gets a triple, so just a great plan by Mies, and yeah. Thanks Mies. And there comes General Dome Harry, that is, with the regular Suicide Hero Lalo, and this is actually the last 10v10 if you can count. That's the 5th of the 5 10v10s we had. And it's coming in with the regular Suicide Hero Lalo, so it's gonna come in with the queen and planning on taking out almost the entire compartment down there, the 6 to 3 o'clock compartment more or less, or 6 to 4 o'clock compartment, and also the Inferno Tower and the air defense, and it's so close right there. She is almost going to step into the Inferno range. There she goes, the ability is popped. She takes out the air defense and the Inferno, and barely takes out that air defense right there, the last shot before she died. So yeah, funnel is created, so it actually like splits the base apart pretty well, so the balloons don't really have anywhere to go except for where he wants them to go. Did I pause the raid? Why did I pause the raid? Dude, play it. No, okay. I probably just explained what she got, but yeah, an Inferno anti-air defense, no CC lure, and there you go. On goes the raid, and queen also not surrounded by any bomb towers or anything, so the skeleton spells evaporates the queen pretty quickly. Heal spell down on the wizard tower, and the last few, yeah, there goes a last hound on like 2 o'clock, and I think he forgot to place down a hound early enough, so it kind of just stops mid flight, and actually does tank for a wizard tower and 2 archer towers, so it's not a not totally swagged hound, but I think he could have swagged the hound easily, so that would have been cool. But yeah, I don't think he really realized that he could have swagged it. He was probably like, oh shit, I still have a hound, drop it. And corner Tesla on 9 o'clock, he forgot about the Tesla, so drops the last haste anyway, just to make it quicker. But again, I don't think he had any time problems, even if he didn't have that last haste, or if he swagged the last haste, let's say. So yeah, let's times 4, make the cleanup go quicker. And yeah, 5th and last 10v10 from 6 Schlitzes. Pretty cool. And let's move on to the 11v11 triples. This is Big Easy coming in with the mass miners. Miners are back, I think, because both of our 11v11 triples were miner triples. This one mass miner, the other one a queen charge miner attack, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, he's coming in with the mass miner for the first raid. Bada Clan actually had a mass miner triple too, so miners are definitely back at tunnel 11 at least. Tunnel 10 we had a few attempts, but no triples, obviously, because I showed all the 10v10 triples. And yeah, he's coming in first raging the miners. You may have missed that, so if you wanna back up, you can do that. But he raged the first part of the raid because he was taking out king and queen at the same time, so he raged up his miners, then dropping 2 heals. These 2 heals are the last 2 heals on the infernos. But as you can see, the last defenses on the base are pretty much just a few point defenses. There goes the one of the bomb towers. But yeah, just a few point defense and air defenses, so no big threat for the miners. And because he still has so many miners left, I think that's at least 25 still up. That means these 4 point defense are probably not going to take out the miners, and this is actually the case, obviously, because he got the triple. Warden actually also does a bit of tanking, but the Warden stays up until the end of the raid, which again I don't think was needed, but yeah, the Warden does it anyway. What a savage. Almost taking out the bomb tower by himself, but yeah, there he goes. Big Easy with the 11v11 triple. Good job to you. And yeah, Bada Clan had pretty good tunnel 11 base builds, so props to you. And the last raid of the recap, this is Andy or Ross, as you might know him, TTS Ross, coming in with the queen charge bowler miners. What's that called? Boner. Yeah, queen charge boner. But yeah, the bowlers aren't a very big part of the attack. But yeah, here he drops the new level 5 healers in range of the archer tower, so he has to rage early. But I think he would have used that rage anyway. But yeah, just to speed up the queen, so she takes out the archer tower before the archer tower takes out the healer. So a little bit of bamboozle right at the beginning, but he keeps his cool, keeps his composure, and just moves on with the raid. Queen comes out of the compartment again, continues her walk, and here she's gonna be taking out all 3 of the heroes: the Warden, the King, and the Queen, and the CC. So pretty good value for the queen charge, or queen walk here. First charge into the walk, so that's pretty uncommon. And this is originally Loki's plan, so I want to give props to him as well. But the queen walk didn't quite go his way, so yeah, he didn't quite get the triple. But here he comes with the miners first, then dropping in his king up top with the bowlers. So he's going to be doing a bit of tanking, and the bowlers are just going to funnel the miners towards the inside, so they just stay in the base and disregard the trash buildings around the outside. So probably a good choice instead of bringing more miners. And the bowlers just also soften up a few of the expos, taking out the outside perimeter defenses as well. So bowler value was also pretty good. And yeah, the last quadrant of the base, which is pretty much kill zone for miners, would be that right side 3 o'clock part, where there's 2 wizard towers, a expo, and another point defense. But the queen is gonna be stepping up there. Still has a heal, of course, but even then, the queen comes there, tanks for the expo and one of the wizard towers, so no threat for the miners. They're gonna be taking out the last inferno as well. So yeah, great job to Ross. Just a very nicely executed miner raid, and not quite spam miners, mass miners, but also have a little bit of a swaggy aspect, which was the queen charge, of course. And there you go, the recap. First week of the NDL, pretty hyped. Next week we got Kronos. We got some pretty well established clans on our schedule. Let me pull up the schedule. Don't mind what I'm doing with the war screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm explaining what they had for triples. Yeah, they had 1 miner triple and 1 Lalo triple, so that was pretty good as well. Good job to Bada Bing clan. And the schedule, where's the schedule? Let me pull up the schedule. Next week, of course, we have Kronos. Then we have Reddit Alchemy, then Powercock, then Biff Bang Pow, which I'm not sure who that is. Spartan's Legacy, then fuck, what are they called? There's a mistake in our schedule, but it has replaced like a Valor of Cock or something. Fuck, I don't know. Just something with Valor. They were the first opponent of Kronos, I think. And then last opponent will be 1/2 2.0. So yeah, this was the recap. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Peace.